All right, time for a new video in a very long time. I understand that many of you think I have quit, and you are indeed correct. I have. I'm probably not gonna, not probably, I am not going to return to the game again. But I have found something else, so I figured I will um, play that a little bit here. I'm just scouting some other servers. So I'm basically just like doing the prologue. But yeah, just want to give you some kind of heads up on the whole situation, why I've quit and everything. But it's pretty simple, honestly. Um, the main reason, I guess you could say, is that whenever I played games previously, I have pretty much played at the top level. And as you know, this game requires you to spend a lot of money if you're going to be at the top, and I simply can't keep up with the top people. I mean, take for example, the one that is actually number one is currently having like double the rating of my character right now, which is pretty ridiculous. Not that I blame the person, obviously. I mean, if I had that kind of money, I would easily do it, like no problem. But I don't, and that's kind of the problem. I don't see like the fun in like not being able to compete or whatever, because that's the thing with the game. It kind of encourages you to compete, i.e., spend money, and that's also pretty fucked up. Which also takes us to the second um, reason, and that's kind of the quality, or rather the not quality of the content that you're getting, or we are getting. Yes, you get a lot of content. That's true. They like that. I think that's one of the main selling points of Dragon Raja is that it's you just have a lot of things to do, which is great. The problem is the quality of that. It's just quantity, really. Like, there's a lot of bugs. They can't even spell shit correctly. Like, I mean, come on. Like, you have people sitting there and paying the same amount as others, like families do when they buy a car, and they can't even deliver like a properly translation. Come on, that's ridiculous. So that's another reason. Um, and also, quite interesting actually, because like when I do some of the videos, like especially the PP stuff, you have some people in the comments, like, "Oh, you're so bad, you're just paid to win," and blah blah blah. And I was actually thinking about that. I mean, yes, they are pretty fucking stupid, those people that write those things, because they obviously can't think longer there than nose. But they do have a point as well, because I obviously question myself: Am I the best player at this game? No, by far not. And the reason is not obviously because I just have money; it's because I don't get to practice, because that actually makes people good, right? Like the more you get to practice, the better you become. I mean, naturally. Um, but I don't really get to practice very often, because like 90% of the times I just do it on auto or look away, or I don't really care, because I have so much rating compared to everyone else, and that's kind of lame. Obviously, the solution for that would be to have a less rating, but then we are back to the first issue. So I mean, I'm not gonna say it's bad game design. I personally just don't like it, because I remember that when I was playing like my first, like the old character, I had to like try hard a lot more, depending on who I met. But like when I got the new one, it was like whatever. So yeah, there's that, and that's, I mean, the reason I don't really get to practice, because like everyone just dies, um, which is obviously fun to a certain degree. But yeah, on that other aspect, it's not really helping, I guess. And yeah, that's the thing, because it goes like both ways, right? Like when I've done some ladder games with some friends, because I still have logged occasionally, rarely rather, just to play with a friend. But like then you see, like when we lose a game, then it's like hate on the enemy team because they're like whales or whatever. But I mean, we are by far not like the worst whales. Yeah, I spend money, but not by far the worst. But I mean, we are obviously that kind of asshole team to someone else, that haven't spent anything, right? So I mean, I don't know. And like I said, it's just the whole thing where they kind of encourage you, because there's like leaderboards everywhere, like even leaderboards for spending. I mean, come on. And then what you get in return, actually, like, nah, I don't know. Um, so yeah, I mean, you can have the same amount of fun, or like play for as long or longer, if it's like a single player game or like a MMO or whatever, for a fraction of the amount of money, and then those games are actually having good quality instead. So yeah, I know I'm like bashing it a lot, but like I think they deserve it, honestly, because like Yeah, I think it's just poor. Like everything they do is just a poor version of what it's like copied from, for example. Like take the the PUBG, what's it called, Battle Royale thing. I mean, eh, I don't know. I thought that was pretty like bad. I mean, the idea is good, yes, but it's just the execution was just shit. Then you have the what's it called, the car race daily thing, Ace of Speed, Fast and Furious, which is essentially like a Mario Kart clone, except it's also shit. Um, why do I think that? Well, I mean, you can't like it's just bullshit. Some of those spells that you use, like they're like instant, you can't avoid them at all, and it's just dumb. Um, like when I was racing, there was like people that could actually ruin my race, people that couldn't even get through the track in time because they're so bad, but they just happen to have that power up, and I can't like dodge it unless obviously I'm lucky and get the shield. But I mean, not gonna like hold my breath for that. Like when in Mario Kart, you can actually be a good player and avoid whatever gets thrown on you, kind of, and I kind of value that a lot more. So there's that. What else do we have? Um, yeah, I don't know. Uh, yeah, I mean just general bugs and stuff. Like when I think I logged like 1 or 2 weeks ago again and just a look, and I saw that there was some other problem with Blitzkrieg again. Like really. Um, And like I said, with the whole translation thing, where it's like so bad, like even you have Chinese text sometimes, and I don't think there's any excuse for that. I'm not interested in where the developers are from or anything, Like if you make a game for an international, like what's it called, audience, then you obviously have to make the game, uh, yeah, just make it proper. And I mean, how much does it cost, for them? Like a normal pay in Sweden, it's like what, $2K or something, euros. They could easily take that from however much they actually make and just give to some guy and just translate everything. Like it wouldn't. Okay, that's. Oh, right. Yeah. So it's what's it called? Yeah, it's not that hard to do those things. I think it's not that much to ask for. Let's see if we can actually avoid laser here. Probably not. I think it's like, yeah, there she goes. Yeah, what I'm doing now, by the way, is that I'm probably gonna show you a little bit of this game, but yeah, I'm just like logging different regions and making a. I'm just playing through this prologue, and I'm going to join a guild and then check a leaderboard, and then I will have one character in each region, so I can just compare and see how people are doing. Pretty interesting game, by the way. Or not interesting, wrong word. It's fucking amazing. That's what I meant to say. Like if you like Zelda and stuff, like we're gonna talk about this. Not enough about Dragon Rod. Actually, it sucks. So fuck that. But yeah, in case someone asks, do I regret spending money or time on Dragon Rod? No, I do not. I still got something from it, or met people or whatever. So I don't really care. Um, it was an interesting experience, playing like a air quotes proper, minus everything I already said, um, MMO game on a phone, because that's new to me. See here. Hey, let's take that guild, whatever. Hey, yeah, like I said, it's kind of nice to play like a proper MMO on the phone. But also, oh yeah, another reason is my real life is kind of catching up to me. Like I'm studying and stuff, and I am not able to spend as much time in the game anymore. And that game is quite taxing in terms of time if you want to stay on top of it, and I do. So, like I said, while I weren't able to um, have the maximum rating or whatever, I was still catching up on experience, and I was like almost number one in global on experience when before I quit, which is I think pretty damn good considering our server was 1 day behind the like S1 to 4 I think, or 5 even, and we also had I also started like 2 days late, so did the character I was playing, so that's pretty interesting I guess. But then again, yeah, no. Mm-mm. Anyways, let's have a look here. Do. Yeah, it was pretty interesting, by the way. I don't know how much that number one player in Dragon Rod has spent, but I would say neighborhood. It's north of 100K at least. That I know for a fact. Um, and it's kind of funny because, like, if you compare what you get for that money in like in this game, for example, it's kind of funny because not only is we can actually check that. No, we can't check that. Oh, let's check the ranking first. Let's just check this stuff here. Okay, and okay, that's pretty much like Europe then. Interesting. See if we can get out of here. Just to compare. Yeah, here we go. Resources. Yeah. So, gems, obviously. This is a gacha game. No difference. There, that's, I believe, $120, by the way. I love taxes. Amazing. Good country we live in. It's pretty good, actually, but taxes aren't. So, um, we have a lot of those. But, more importantly, that's the same amount as you would pay for 7,466 gems in Dragon Rod. Yeah, I remember that number. So you basically get like double the bang for the buck here. And also, mm, I think, how much do you pay? Because like all about this game is some. Okay, we can't do summons. Yeah. You're paying 2,700 gems per 10 pulls on that summon thing. It's obviously a very different system than Dragon Rider because you have like a lot more stuff in Dragon Rider to upgrade. Where you like this is RNG based. Obviously, it's kind of like pulling allies in Dragon Rider, where where in Dragon Rider you can choose what you want pretty much to upgrade, right? So like there's no RNG except to get the items to do that. That's obviously RNG in some places like the gacha machine and stuff. Uh, but yeah, it just feels like, for example, if I would have like, mm, yeah, I think it's like 2.4k. I actually did math before. If I get 2.4k, 2.4k dollars, and I spend on this, I would have like a full team, like 4 characters that are max level, or rather level 63 and limit broken. That's like you can add levels to them. So max level 63, and you can add another 5 levels. So 68 is the actual max. I'm not going to go into details here in this video on how to do that, but yeah. So there's that, and then you have the max team, and also you can like upgrade the stars here. So those best heroes in the game, I guess you'd say, they have like start on 3 stars, unique ones, and then you like have to like level them up with stars there, and then you can, when there are 5 stars, then you can get the level or the limit break thing. So that's $2,400, and that's you're not really getting that far in Dragon Rider with that kind of money. That I can tell you. So yeah, that's kind of funny. But then again, this is like a super cute, very amazing story on this game. It's like super amazing, really good. Um, Lot of fun pop culture references. I mean, if you're into this kind of graphics, that's like old Game Boy Zelda stuff, then obviously that's cool. And then you have what's it called? Do 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 do. Yeah, and the quality of everything. You know, they even have proper patch notes. I missed that from like when I was playing WoW before. Like it just says everything they do instead of that sort of excuse for notes that we used to get with Ragnarok. And it was more just a little story about, we're gonna do this, with broken English, by the way. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really really negative now about that game. But really, this is like amazing. Yes, you are limited to like time in a certain to a certain degree, where like you have this stamina here where you can't just play as much like infinite, uh, which I understand people will not like that want to sit and play. I personally have other stuff to do as well, like outside of games, so for me it's pretty perfect to actually have that system. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it now. Probably sit here and talk for a while again. Yeah, probably a 15-minute video it looks like, but yeah, not gonna make it an hour. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna round it off there. Just like I'm not playing Dragon Round anymore. I will. I don't know if I'm gonna make a lot of videos, honestly, because like um, a lot of the things in this, like there's a lot of content creators for this game that are actually doing good stuff, and the game is a lot less complex, meaning that people are less likely to get things wrong, as in Dragon Radia. No names mentioned, but yeah, then you have to kind of clean up. Not saying everything I said was right. And that's also another, by the way, reason I was kind of sad in the whole video thing, is that I didn't really have enough resources to do proper testing of stuff. It was a lot of theories as well. That kind of sucks. But as always, don't just listen to whatever people say, because I've heard a lot of funny things that people say, like the so-called YouTubers of Dragon Rod, just saying. But yeah, I'm sure people have figured things out by now, so I don't think you need me for that. I mean, this is not me being like some fucking full of myself, but I do hear a lot of people have actually asked me about, when the Reaper came out, like, builds stuff. I have no idea. I don't care. anyways, take care and have a good evening. And yeah, like I said, probably gonna be a little bit of content for this game, but yeah, nothing more of Dragon Rod anyways. And yeah, bye.